2014 Ford F-150 SVT Raptor. My dick is automatically an 01. I drive a Edson Erect. Every stop sign goes like this.
Soumettez votre voiture ici.
Le sac n'est pas un chapeau. C'est une façon créative d'exprimer que nous avons des choses amusantes à acheter.
God damn it, Ford, you did it again. You took a half-ton fleet truck, made it butt-chug body fortress mix, arrive at a nice restaurant in a cutoff tee and desert boots, and for this, you're printing money. You did it again. For all its shortcomings, and balsa wood 6DCT and DPS6 power shift transmissions, that old blue oval has a successful history of dressing up base models, charging 75% more with dealers marking up 25% on top of that, and making Rockefeller dollars. Ford is spreading glitter glue on swill, and you drooling swine are paying for it. Unbelievable! The Raptor succeeded where the Lightning failed, making a big power truck work both off-road and on-road, thanks to a wide body, wide tires, nice ride height, and firm and long travel suspension. The result is a fast off-road truck that doesn't sacrifice highway manners. That's why we didn't bother taking this Raptor up the trails like we did with the 4Runner TRD Pro. Go watch Matt's off-road recovery if you want to discover where our Raptor's limitations lie. This model of Raptor doesn't have B-pillars. Well, I mean, it does. The back of the cab is technically the B-pillar, but there's no vertical support in the middle of the cab. I felt body flex as we drove through construction zones where the highway is all torn up. And you can see this lack of body rigidity when you close the driver's door.
What the? What shakes?
The door. Well, there's no B pillar too, because it's.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah. So it's a little.
I didn't notice that on Bruce's truck.
You probably didn't, because it's probably, you said it was a crew, right? He had the full extra doors.
Yeah.
If it has the full extra door, then it has the full B pillar.
This wobbliness doesn't mean much, and it isn't hurting anything, but like a weird laugh friend, it's unignorable sensory input. And you won't want for power. You got 411 horsepower on 93 octane and 434 pound-feet of torque. The box said 10 horsepower. Unlike the TRD 4Runner, the Raptor doesn't need to drop down a gear to pass somebody on the highway. 2014 Ford Raptor. Behind every good man is a woman who knows how to tie a tie. And behind every truck is someone who will never let you forget it, holding a clenched Arthur fist as a Nissan Altima zipper merges in front of him. Would you like an emblem on the front of your truck? No, I want big Ford lettering on the grill so people know I buy American. Do you want to measure from the shaft? No, from the taint, please. Ford Raptor. For the man who thinks eating pussy is gay. You can suck dick and drive a truck. It's okay. Just don't call this an extended cab. It's the super cab! This truck comes with a 6-speed automatic transmission and a M manual mode that's more of a suggestion than anything else. Raptors used to offer a 5.4-liter engine option, but no one wanted it, so from 2011 onward, the first-gen Raptor came with the 6.2-liter Boss V8. Again, making 411 horsepower on 93 octane. But if you put 87 in, the sensors will dial you back to 401 horsepower. This functions like a much younger truck than it is, because even though this is a first gen, and honestly the interior feels a tad bit dated, you would have think this would have had a longer and kind of rougher life. There's some scratches on it, and it looks a little bit A little bit over the past 7 years, even though it's only done 36,000 miles. The internet says it's a street-legal off-road racing truck, but this thing just really does what every other truck does, just don't call it a car. So Cody had only owned this car for 2 weeks as of filming, so not a whole lot has been done to it. The box said 10 horsepower! The running boards look like they've been dropped about an inch, but they're actually standard. I like low running boards because it encourages people to use them instead of going whee out of the driver's seat and ruining the bolstering. The first generation Raptor also featured an open diff front axle and a locking diff rear axle with 410 gearing. In 2012, the open diff was replaced with a torsion helical gear limited slip differential, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, meh, blah blah facts, blah blah figures, meh meh meh. Yeah, I guess I'll get my sheet and I'm gonna read all the information, cause that's what you want to car reviews. I gotta find my notes, give every stupid little fact about a Raptor, cause you guys are so insane about it. Ford Raptor, sponsored by wives who don't laugh but just say, "That's funny," after each joke. Features: we get advanced track stability control with rollover protection, hill descent control, and driving options that include a sport mode that turns off traction control and a full off-road mode which turns off all electronic assistance except anti-lock brakes. So you can really impress people who think you own a Bowie knife. For comfort, you get air-conditioned seats to keep your balls cool and your sperm count nice and high. So you can come on a slide and put it under a stereo microscope that you stole from your high school and say, "See? This is the perfect truck for someone with no patience for old truck problems, provided you can stomach new truck problems." Because this is meant to be a modern truck. And I know people are going to ask us about the Maverick because we've talked about how they don't make small trucks anymore, and now they do. And whatever. It's a $22,000 truck. It's been a while since I've seen a truck sell for that cheap. And I'll bet they're going to sell really well, and I bet the dealers are going to mark them a lot up, and we're going to make a lot of people happy, but until we get our hands on one, this is our example of a modern truck infrastructure. Ford Raptor. Yo, HGH normally occurs in the human body. I ain't doing nothing. The turn signals. Okay. I know Ford isn't the only company that's doing this, but it's still annoying to have to talk about. Because it's something companies shouldn't even be doing. See, turn signals have this little intermediate setting. You click it down a little bit and you just get 3 blinks out of the lights. And then it cancels whether or not you made the turn or the lane change. This is the BMW move, right? Now, it's not a problem if you're used to this sort of thing, but for the layperson who's used to just lightly pressing down to fully activate the turn signals, they're not going to realize they need to keep pushing down the stalk on a Raptor past the detent to get continuous right or left turn signals. So you don't even realize that the blinker is already off before you moved. To other drivers, it looks like you're changing your mind. Why would you even give people this option? It's designed to be overused. It's like giving elementary school kids unlimited bathroom breaks. I mean, I guess that's one way to prepare them for the workforce, but even before the days of smartphones with endless distraction, you don't want people spending their whole day on the can. I felt relaxed when driving a Raptor. The window, thankfully, is low for good arm hang. And the windows on the rear doors go all the way down. Open the window on the back of the cab and you get classic car levels of airflow. Ford, you bastard. You've done it again. I like the Raptor. I like driving this because I don't feel scared in this truck. There are some towns I know, way in North Pennsylvania. Towns where the nearest police officer is 20 miles away on Interstate 80 in a state police barracks. I don't go to these towns. I remember one time driving through one of them in my Honda Fit. and everybody stared at me. Stared at me when I rode through the center of a small town and made a turn in the center, make a turn in the center of town, and they looked at me, they stared at me like they never saw a Honda before. And the way an entire family stared at me, I knew that they knew that consequences were at least 15 minutes away. Shirtless 9-year-olds named Jameson. Braless orca mothers named Autumn. Oral gaping cigar fathers with chemical burns. And they're all looking to chase you out of their town because spooking strangers is their only thrill. Trust me, those moments, that's genuine fear. They can do anything they want to you. And they got time to all get their story straight. You ain't from around here, are you? If I was in a Raptor, a big, shark-finned, 6.2-liter V8, a wide, high, aggressive, overt, undeniable presence, I wouldn't have felt as alert driving through those towns alone. There are people, you've met them, who are sustained by surface content. They believe what they read on the internet. They believe their friends' posts. If these people were offered the sunglasses from They Live, they would toss them away with a big nah. These are people whose favorite part of a cupcake is the icing, and the best part of chicken is the skin. They choose lottery tickets based on how many cartoon dollar bills are flying around in the scratch-off artwork. The power mode button means you get more power. And that's the genius of marketing. The appearance. This truck looks amazing, and they've only gotten more aggressive since this. A Raptor looks mean and tough, so to the customer, it is. And the people inside, doubly so. Every angle of this truck congratulates you for superiority that you always knew you've had. This is the chosen one story trope. You finally got a Raptor. Congratulations, we always knew you were a man.
Not gonna buy me a Tesla, gonna purchase a Raptor. No Cybertruck from a Tesla, gonna purchase a Raptor. Not gonna buy a Toyota, gonna purchase a Raptor. Don't want a Chevy or Dodge Ram, I'm gonna purchase a Raptor.